Lights, camera, action.
In a studio where local filmmakers talk to other filmmakers about the inside world of film.
Cut.
That's not the script. It. We'll fix it in post. Do you wonder how films are produced and what really goes on behind the scenes? Well, stand by. Filmmakers Kevin Mumphrey, Victoria V.A. Jones, and Carson Hype Ferguson explain all the details. Right here on It, We Will Fix It in Post podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you're listening, I thank you for doing so. I am once again Kevin Mumphrey, and this is It. We Will Fix It in Post. I have my colleagues, Karsten Hype Ferguson and Victoria V.A. Jones.
What's going on?
Today, we are talking to a photographer and videographer from the Atlanta area. He goes by the name of Travis X. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm great. So what got you, now did you start off in videography or photography first?
I started off in photography.
So what got you?
It all started with, because I'm an artist, so I was drawing and painting, and I wanted to get more. I wanted to upgrade from there, so I started playing with film cameras when I was little. My mom would buy the little disposable cameras from like Walgreens, and I would always just go wild with them.
And the ones you have to go to Walgreens, and wait to get to. Kids today don't know about that, but no, please continue.
Yeah, it was the 1 hour. It was well before the 1 hour, so we had to wait like days just to get it back. But that was my first introduction into it all, and then finally got my first DSLR in 2012.
The world changed, didn't it? The world changed.
So I want to kind of go back into your painting. Like, what made you even get into painting?
Man, that's I would say watching anime as a kid. So I watched a ton of Dragon Ball Z, Gundam, a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho. I mean, the list went on, and I would draw it all the time. So I was so fascinated with it. My mom would always be like, "You're always drawing," and so she introduced me to this lady who was my godmother, and she would always buy me a painting set, like every Christmas, my birthday, or whatever the occasion was. That and a whole bunch of books, of course. But that's where I started to elevate in everything that I wanted to do, because it's fascinating to be creative. To me, it's a process that I look at for everything.
So anime, I find that kind of interesting. Like my niece, actually, she's kind of into anime and is drawing herself. So what is it about anime per se that just kind of, for as like an aesthetic, like what is it so like pleasing to you?
For me, for the aesthetic, man, when it was more so Dragon Ball Z. So you would look at it more so when we were kids. It was always like having these muscled up heroes who would always just, do nothing but kick a ton of ass and be all beat up and everything. And they always had like these I think it was more so the structure of the muscle aesthetic, because I also became, like later on, I started to fall in love with bodybuilding as well.
Okay.
So it was like, I remember watching a documentary on it, as a matter of fact, Bigger, Faster, Stronger. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Classic.
Right, and they tell you like how certain characters went from being like dopey, and then they got all muscled up, and they put them on steroids, and that's when like they started making more toy sales. So for me though, it was always just a Dragon Ball Z thing. It was the fighting. The fact that in anime you're able to do things that you can't really do in real life, and that there's a ton of life lessons in a lot of anime that you watch, if you're watching the right one.
Yeah. What's your favorite anime? I mean, you mentioned a bunch of them that were on Adult Swim.
My favorite one thus far. I've recently just gotten to Demon Slayer, and I'm loving Demon Slayer right now. But then I'm also loving My Hero Academia.
Okay.
And Hunter x Hunter.
I've heard of Hero Academia and only heard good things about it, but I have to check it out.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. If you have you been watching Demon Slayer though?
No. Like no, like only because like I only got so much time or whatever, so I got to split time between the movies and the anime, so I gotta figure that out, and whatever else I got on my plate.
That's a lot of time, ain't it?
Yo, it is because like there's movies that I hadn't seen. Like I saw Oblivion last weekend and I hadn't seen that before.
Oblivion.
Yeah, the one with Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't even, I just don't like watching movies with Tom Cruise for some reason.
It's just something about Tom Cruise.
I ain't gonna lie. I was like watching a movie and I'm like, man, I really like Tom Cruise movies, but he's so weird.
It depends. It depends.
No, he's just weird to me.
Not the weirdness, the movie.
Just to you?
Even if I see it, I can't get into it because I'll see Tom Cruise and I'm like, what did he do during production? Like he cut somebody out for some reason.
Yeah, but it's all for the art though.
And then I'll see him jumping on a couch. Like I can't get that picture out of my head. Like I just every time I see him in a film now, he's jumping on. Like, if I see him and a couch in the same scene, I'm like he jumped on that couch before they recorded this.
He probably did. He was a little excited about getting the movie done.
No. There's a little excited, and then there's Tom Cruise. I don't know how old he is, but he's too old to have the energy that he has.
Yeah,
Like, way too old.
he gets that energy from whatever person he's dating at the time. He sucks the energy out of them and transition it into himself.
There's a Scientology joke I want to make.
Let's go back to the interview. Like I feel like I'm the person that has to rein this in.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, this time around, Mr. Cape Man.
Yeah.
Times have changed. But when you started drawing, like what did you start drawing? Like animals, people? Like where did your like drawing journey begin?
It was more so the anime characters when I started out. The one thing that was very easy for me to start out drawing was men. And the next step, which was really hard, was drawing women. So it's real easy to draw these really hard, muscled up guys, or if they're not muscled up, you can draw them really rough and torn up. But drawing women was a whole different challenge. Being able to draw actual lips versus just putting a line across. Being able to draw the curvy body or the curved aesthetics of a woman without it being too I want to say too masculine or too bulky. And that took me so much more, like it took me so much longer to learn that. And I wanted to challenge myself all the time because I wanted to be able to draw black anime characters. So I didn't, I was always looking at, anime. You always see like either they're white or they're Chinese or Japanese in the shows, but I never really seen that much black representation. So I started to draw my own. Like I was getting ready to do my own little series once, and I had like all these characters drawn out with afros and stuff and everything, and it never went anywhere because I lost the papers.
Oh man,
that sucks.
It's a lot of people who watch anime, and it's a lot of black people who watch anime. My brother still watches anime, and he's so excited about it. So representation is so important in the black community because everybody watches it. I'm not into it like other people are, but I do watch it. So that is an awesome thing that you're drawing those characters. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever thought about getting back into it?
It's funny. I still do from time to time. Actually, before the Instagram that you're following now, before I started putting my photography work on there, I actually went through a whole transition where I was doing drawings of only black superheroes. So I would post them all the time, and I would make a black Wolverine, a black Poison Ivy. I would turn. Well, I didn't have to do a black Superman. I found out about Icon. And, I had to go ahead and, like, learn, like, the history of these black superheroes. And I'm like, why did I never know about them? So it's like they don't get that much of a push. At the same time, a lot of us don't do a lot of digging for it,
You just kind of assume it's not there.
Right.
Well, a lot is the marketing, too. So they're going to put dollars behind the historical stuff.
Right.
And then probably now they probably don't get any dollars behind, like, the outside of the top 5 characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
because nobody knew about Luke Cage until like they came out with the Netflix series,
right?
And Luke Cage has been around for like a minute.
I vaguely knew who Luke Cage was. I think he was like, cause I used to look at a lot of comic books when I was younger, and I think he was like on an episode. And it only stuck out because the name really stuck out to me. But he like really blew up with Netflix. But I think the black like hero that was probably really popular growing up was maybe like Spawn and Blade. Those were the main two. And I don't know if Blade's a Marvel.
Blade's Marvel.
Blade is Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. In my mind, I assume everything is Marvel because Marvel's like the Disney of the comic book world at this point.
That's not the case. That is not the case. Everything is not Marvel. Batman is not Marvel.
Okay, we know that.
We know, but it's like there's Marvel, and then there's everybody else.
No, not the case.
Like DC is Pepsi.
No.
Marvel's
DC's
Coca-Cola.
more
No. You say that because of the movies.
Hey, but I
No,
like Dr.
I've
Pepper
always-
though. He said DC is like Dr. Pepper.
No,
I like Dr.
There are
Pepper.
some people who like Dr. Pepper.
A lot of people like Dr.
Dr.
Pepper.
Pepper is like five.
I haven't met
What?
anybody who likes Dr. Pepper.
Actually, I don't mind Dr. Pepper. That's not my preferred choice though.
That's what I think of DC.
And then shout out to Meatloaf who just passed. Like he did a Dr. Pepper commercial.
He did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow,
I
that
don't
was a
think you can shout out-
long
Just drop that.
time ago.
Just drop that.
I
That
don't think
was
you
a-
can shout out someone who died. Like I've never heard.
Well, he's a performer. Shout to Whitney Houston.
That's a long time ago for
Shout
that
out
Pepsi commercial,
dead people.
or Dr. Pepper. You said Dr. Pepper, right?
Yeah, I got the internet.
Okay,
You don't know when I watched it.
all right, we'll go with that. Anyways, next question.
Yeah. So like, when did you get like what made you kind of decide to get from drawing to photography?
That was when I was actually drawing out my own little clothing line at first.
Man, you do everything.
The tricks of all trade over here.
Yeah. I was drawing everything. I still have my old books, by the way. But what I noticed when it came to, because I had to get into you have to transition to the business part of it. So then there was always the topic of who would you have model in your clothing. And when I was like, okay, so let me go ahead and look into this. But when you look at the beauty standard for modeling, I'm like, it's mostly like, thin white girls. So I was like, I don't, again, it's all about representation.
Right.
And if I was seeing that black women were being represented, it was always like video girls or vixens or, looking like, like they were only good enough to be oiled up and shaking their ass in videos. So I was like, I need to try to, work towards something different.
Shout out to Melissa Ford.
Yeah, that was.
I'm sorry.
You said Melissa Ford?
Yeah. Shout to her.
Yeah, okay.
I was honestly thinking of her the whole time you was talking. So I'm honestly kind of glad you said that. 'Cause that's literally where my mind went.
Well,
Please continue.
My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So when that happened, like at the time I was still a teenager, so I had to wait until I actually got into college, community college at that. And that's when I got financial aid and I bought my first camera. So
Shout out the financial aid. Let me tell you.
oh, yeah.
Let me tell you. Since Carson's over here doing all these shout outs, do you understand that I bought most of my equipment from my financial aid? They're just putting it out of there. Put it out there.
Y'all did some great investing in y'all financial aid. I just got a PlayStation. Y'all were a lot smarter than I was.
Let me tell you. Cameras, rigs, other stuff, computer editing software, financial aid.
Oh no, I did get my computer with financial aid, so okay, I get a point there. But I wanted to, could you bringing up the or like beauty standards being the thin women and bringing up the do you think kind of, and you all can chime in this if you want, think that kind of the video vixens may have kind of helped in a way change kind of society, or at least lately their beauty standards?
Vixens?
I know that sounds like a stretch, but like you gotta think like maybe in the 90s when that body standard that was out was again thin white girls.
Right.
But now with the vixens, you kind of started to see the thicker women, the big booty thighs, stuff like that.
I don't know.
I think, well, because I mean, if you look at like old music videos, though, you see that they when they did have black women in there, they were thin black women, but they wouldn't treat them with the same kind of how would I put this? Um, they still wouldn't give them the same kind of coverage that a Kate Moss would get. You know what I mean? They didn't get the
Yeah.
same push that she
Right.
would get. And when they went to video vixens, the video vixens kind of play into the old. It's more so. How do I want to put it? Like, you think about how like slave masters look back at black women back then, and it's like it
Yeah.
was always about them being infatuated with their bodies,
Right.
and that's what they applied
Oh,
into
it's
the music
fetishizing.
industry. Right, yeah, right, and they applied that into the music industry, and then that's what became, that's one of the elements that became of the video vixens.
Okay.
Because I mean, even if they do, they do have their your plus size category as well. But still, even in the plus size range, there are still some sisters who have a hard time still making it out.
Yeah, I think like what's that? Maybe what Rihanna's fashion.
Oh, you talking
Fenty.
about the Fenty X?
Fenty.
Yeah.
I could never say it right. I think she looks for everything outside of, I guess, that I don't want to say normal, but the stereotype that they normally go with.
Right.
She'll get older. She'll get bigger. She'll get dudes that look like truck drivers. But just it looks like she tries to go for as real to life, everyday people
Yeah.
as possible.
That's the people who buying the stuff, though. If you think about it.
I know I will. I saw some boxers. I was like, I would look great in those.
I don't think I ever said that.
Really?
I don't think I ever said that. Like not
you gotta-
boxers. Because I'm like, yo, that's underwear. Be like, hey, I'm gonna look good in these boxers
Absolutely.
and these socks.
So it depends on if you stand in front of the mirror half naked.
And I do.
To think, yeah, he does that. To think to yourself, oh, I'm going to look good in these.
I mean, I stare in the mirror.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna go
what
ahead and
you
move
looking
on.
at?
We're gonna go ahead and move on. So, when you were when you were doing photography in college, like, what were you kind of taking pictures? Like, did you start off with people, or I know how some people will start just taking pictures of like nature?
So I wanted to get with. I wanted to dive right in and taking pictures of people, but in college it was like they had me doing photography 1, and that was with film cameras. And at first I was upset because I'm like, how long are we going to be using this? You know what I mean? Because nobody uses film cameras anymore. It's 2000, 2012. Like, what are we doing? So I had to go ahead and learn how to use it, work in the dark room, everything, developing the film.
They made you go back.
No, but that's good though. That's good though. It helped him develop. Cause my dad, he did darkroom photography as a hobby, and then like as just life happens. You got your family, you got to make decisions or whatever, and you're not gonna spend a ton of time on your hobbies.
Right.
But you'll find the time to do it.
Stressful though.
I mean, if you can, but he had other stuff that he did too. So
Right.
he's like, hey, I can't split time between like 5 different hobbies. Maybe I can only do 2.
Is there any reason to use that darkroom sort of photography now?
I mean, if you just want to go back to old school. Now, I don't know if it makes your photos look different or more genuine or unique.
It's definitely its own aesthetic, correct?
Right. When you're shooting with film, you get more of that old grain, like really kind of rugged look to it. I still actually have my film camera that I use now. I actually used it the last 2 times I went out to London. But DSLR is a lot cleaner. So you would have to make that old grainy film look in Photoshop if you wanted to. You don't have to do that with film cameras.
So let's talk about this trip to London. So, first of all, when did you go?
The first time I went was in July.
Oh, the first time.
Yeah.
So, while you were over there,
Flex.
I know, right? I love it though. When you were over there, what was the best or favorite thing that you captured?
Oh man. there was so much, because I mean, there's so everything about it is aesthetically pleasing. Like the structures, it's also kind of weird because there's like a huge old church almost on every corner, and I kind of felt like I was in like in World War, like what was it, World War I, when they were like fighting the Germans, like Saving Private Ryan. That's what I was like, man, this is crazy because I'm walking around. Um, I took a ton of pictures of the area around Big Ben though. I love the way the buildings still look kind of very very old school. It's not even like they really changed anything. They really just gut the inside of the buildings out and then just leave the outside looking very old, um, vintage looking. So I was taking pictures of everything, but that was also where I got published as well.
Okay, that's what's up.
So,
Now, for somebody who doesn't know about necessarily getting published, like, so how does that process work?
there's many ways. There are quite a few magazines that actually hold open submissions, and you have to go to their websites to see whenever they have like certain seasons. Like they'll say like summer, and this is the idea that we're going for. And what you have to do is you have to find yourself either a creative director, makeup artist, and a wardrobe stylist, and find your model or models, and get your studio together, and then make the best out of it, because there's the chance that you may not even get picked. So, I
But it's
put
worth
mine
that
in.
chance, though, right?
Say what now?
It's worth that chance.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I put in, how many magazines did I submit for? I think it was about 10. I submitted to 10 magazines, and only 3 published me. So, you know,
Only 3. You hear that? Only 3.
That's a good hit rate.
That's a good
That's a
hit.
good
Yeah,
hit.
it's a nice hit rate.
Right. I was scared. I was gonna think you were gonna say 1 or something like that. You said 3. Oh man.
I was thinking you were gonna say 1 too. So. Means you're pretty good, man. You're pretty good.
thank you.
So when you like as far as like being published in magazine, is it almost like a way of networking as well, or is it just kind of almost like a trophy for a photographer?
It's like a trophy for a photographer. I mean, most photographers will use that as a means to say this is why I need to get paid more because I was published. Personally, I don't go by that. I go by what I'm able to do for my clients. So whatever your vision is, if your vision doesn't look the way that you wanted it to, then I don't feel like I should be charging that. Or if I can't, if I'm not that confident in myself, then I'm not going to be charging it. A lot of photographers are different than, are really different. I'm just one of those who, I always go for gold. So it's got to be exactly how you want it, especially if you're hiring me.
Okay. Now, when you at what point did you when you felt confident enough to start charging?
Ooh,
I like this already.
it took me about a year, and that's only because I had a good friend. His name is Kel, and tall guy. At the time I was working at Walgreens, and I told him I just started, my photography course and everything. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, great, great, great. He saw my work. He's like, you're really good. So how much are you charging? And I was like, how much am I charging? He was like, yeah. You're not out there shooting for free, are you? And I was like,
Yeah.
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 So he said, just go ahead and think about what you feel that your work is worth. And so I made out a list. And literally, when I made out a list, my first package, I was charging $45. $45 for, I think it was 50 images. So then I only went up like $10 each one, and he's like, how hard, like how much detail are you editing from these photos? And I was like, not much. I'm just pointing and shooting. He's like, okay, so you need to learn more. So then I met another photographer named Dion. I don't know if you guys ever seen any of his work, but Dion was one of Dwayne Wade's personal photographers.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can look him up later. It's Dio Berto Photography. But I started following him because I loved the way he was editing when it came to skin retouching. I didn't know anything about it. And so once I started to learn more about like skin retouching, I'm looking at YouTube videos, and I was like, I just can't get it. And then at the time, Dion was starting classes, teaching people how to edit skin. So I paid the $100, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna sit in on this and learn as much as possible. My first time, he was like, "You're really good at this." And funny thing is, like, we're not that much apart in age either. So I'm thinking, this dude's like 34 or like 35. At the time, I'm like 26. He's 27. So that's how mature he is. So he was like, you're really good at this. So I'm gonna keep my eye on you and make sure you're charging appropriately. So when he told me about how much he charges, I said, okay, I'm not that good, so I'll just start my packages off at like $200 to $300. Because the thing is, when you go through the process of retouching skin, it's a very lengthy process. So if for example, if somebody's skin is not together, you have to recreate a whole new layer of skin. So that's like from the ground up. You have to basically out everything, make them a whole new face.
So how long does it take you to, let's just say somebody came in and their skin was pretty bad and you did a photo shoot for them, how long would it take you to edit those?
It depends on how many photos they want.
So what about just one photo?
One photo, that would take, if their skin is really bad, that probably would take about maybe an hour.
For just one photo. Wow.
So how do you normally do your selects whenever you do take your photos? Like,
for selections, I normally let the so it depends if it's a personal project or if it's my project. If it's a project that a client paid for, what I do is I make sure I get rid of all the bad shots, and then I let them select. Because if you see those bad shots in there, and then they pick them, they'll be like, I still like this one though. They don't really know the difference between why they shouldn't pick this photo and why they should pick the other ones, which are a lot better. But for me, if we're talking personal, the kind of aesthetic that I like to go for if I'm shooting, and most of my subjects and like friends who I shoot with are all black women, I always go for a dreamy aesthetic. So I want you to be able to look at that picture and you see so much more than just a black woman. You see her true essence in the photo. You see her being herself. It's like a painting, but a still image.
Okay. So I want to go back to this host. How do you change someone's skin? I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, there is something called, and when I say this, there's more than 100 ways of changing someone's skin, but what I use now is frequency separation. So you're basically making 3 different layers of skin. So then you have the blurred, which is the undertone. So if they have like blotchy skin, then that's where you're going to do all that retouching at there. Then you want to go for, if you want to, the second one could be color, but second one for me is normally texture. So then that's where the texture, so if they have bumps, you're going to have to go ahead and use other parts of the skin to replace those areas from where that, like where you see the, I don't want to say abrasion, or if you see like the bumps or something that was off of the scar tissue area that was there, you're going to have to use other areas of the skin.
Sounds like surgery.
Kind of sort of is. It kind of sort of is.
Yeah, you're be charged
you're a
if you're doing all this.
You're a surgeon with editing. That's what that is.
Oh yeah, you also do a lot of body sculpting too.
Yeah.
So how would you go about doing that?
Liquefy tool. Most of the time, it's the liquefy tool. So.
Wait, hold on. We can't be giving up all these trade secrets.
Oh,
I mean, we're here to help.
No.
I'm here to learn because
I understand that. But we ain't trying to get everybody to be like Uncle Jim, like trying to follow this man around and take the same pictures that he taking.
Here's the thing,
look,
though. You can give the recipe. Everybody can't cook it the same.
Right, because somebody gonna turn out real ugly. They go and they try to do a photo and then do all the stuff that he's doing. It's not gonna turn out like his do.
It don't matter. They still gonna try. And then they gonna get mad because they be like, "Oh well, he told me wrong."
He didn't tell you anything. He just told you how he does.
No, that's what they gonna do. Yeah, my bad. Look, we don't give none of your trade secrets out. You have to my co-host or whatever. They like just tell people that it's magic. It's your magic.
First of all, Kevin asked all those questions. Okay, I just asked how long it took. That's about it.
I did ask because I like knowing this stuff. I didn't realize there was so much surgery in photography.
Oh yeah.
Like I almost want to say that you may well put like a slash plastic surgeon on the side as well.
It'd be nice though.
It pays well.
So going into videography, what was your first project?
Videography. It wasn't that long ago. I think it was about 2019 actually. So there's a difference. And I'll say 2019 was when I started to get more so into cinematography. So videography is just point and shoot. I have been doing videography, so anyone can make those little videos. You can, just get your camera. You'll have like cool little swishes with the camera, moving it around, and you'll be like, okay, this is the video. Cinematography.
Yeah, you're right.
Cinematography is so much more intense and so much more artistic. I fell in love with it instantly, so I started watching a lot of old school movies like Terminator, RoboCop. The way that they had the old, very film, like the light glow to everything. It's also Saving Private Ryan as well. Like, those really slow push-ins and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a story from the angles.
All those were choices.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the same thing for all the old movies though, because sometimes those were happy accidents, and sometimes those were we ain't got no more money to do this accident.
It's like,
For real.
it's like, look, that's all we got, buddy. That's just your style now. just keep doing it.
Most of those things just worked out. That's what happened, and they're like, "Oh, it worked out, so we're gonna do it."
Well, I say that to answer the question. Like, have you had any of those happy accidents, like while on set, making your pieces on the cinematography side?
Man, I would say if it was, I think I was too hard on myself about it though to even notice it.
Okay.
One mistake that a lot of creatives will make when they first get into something is that you're always wanting everything to be perfect.
Of course.
Exactly. And if it's not perfect, you feel like the entire thing is ruined. Like you just want to ball it up and throw it all away. And whenever I would complain, and I used to work with a crew, and I was like, yo, I don't like it. And they'll be like, no, but trust me, we'll fix it this way. And I'll be like, I had no idea. They'll show me like these little tricks with the just the simplest way of like changing the lighting or something like that. And I was like, I had no idea. And it was like, yeah, so this is it. So I had to learn from there and just appreciate everything.
That's good. That's good. Like the appreciation is like real big.
Right.
It's hard to do that at times. So, more commendable to you.
Right. And also being a creator, you're just hard on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to go back and you're going to look at stuff and people can say it's the best thing in the world, but you're always going to pick something out that just looks horrible about it.
Exactly. It's like there's one of my favorite photos. It was raining that day. It's a sister in a white dress, and I was so upset that day because it started raining, and I said we're still gonna get some shots, and I took as many good shots of her as I could, and it's one of my favorites to this day. It's just whenever I think about it, I'm like, it was raining that day, and it ruined everything. But nobody can tell.
Nobody can tell. Like if you've seen his photos, all of his photos are like fucking awesome. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh my goodness, this dude is awesome. I know sometimes you don't see it that way, but all those photos are just completely awesome. The editing, the way that you capture black women is something that I really appreciate, because most of the times we're not captured the way that we're supposed to be captured. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing right there.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Because I was going to ask you this. So, like, as far as, like, and I think this is more lighting than anything, because usually when you see somebody of color, especially women that are more so photography than video, they either a little too dark or they make them a little too light. So, like, how do you perfectly get your images of black women?
That's another challenge. It all depends. For me, it depends on exposure, but then you also have to understand your model's undertones. There are some black people or black women who have red undertones, and then there are some black women who have orange undertones. So those are the two that I most likely toggle with whenever it comes to like me in post and editing. But when you're outside, because I'm more so of a natural light photographer myself, I don't really like to do studio. But when you're outside, the most that I've learned that the time to go out there is golden hour, when the sun is coming up or when the sun is going down. The sun bounces off of melanin very excellently at that time, and that is I mean, I would say that that's the best time. More so, typically, I will underexpose photos. That way, I can bring them back without making them too light or too dark.
Now, and you said most of what you do is outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard a photographer tell me this a long time ago. So you can let me know what you think of it. They say for black people, the best time to shoot is between 12 and 3 because the sun is at its peak.
Yeah, that's the worst time. That's the worst time. Worst time because you're gonna be having a lot of squinty photos. Like, you know, the sun's high in the sky in the air, and like in the middle of the sky, and then, you know, when you're looking straight out, you're always gonna be squinting your eyes. So they're not. It's always gonna be a sour look on their face.
If you look at some of the TV commercials, you'll see the squinty eyes. Like what, when they're driving the car, they'll be like,
yeah,
looking all crazy. They were like, man, that is not really appealing. But you know, they probably didn't have any other shots.
They probably didn't.
Right.
So is it like it's more of a hassle for the person you're shooting and for the photographer as well?
Oh yeah. One thing I'm really big on too is that you have to make sure that your models are they feel very comfortable. So not only do you know what I mean, you have to make sure they're in conditions where they can relax and actually get into their element. So if you're dealing with like super high hot conditions and, you know, they're squinting their eyes, it's going to show in the photos no matter what. Even if they can pull it off and fake it just for that moment, it's always going to show.
Yeah.
And the ones that can fake it in worse conditions usually get paid a lot of money to do so.
They do. That's why they're called supermodels.
They get paid super money.
Only the super ones, though.
Only the super ones. So, you're like, your day of shooting. So, how do you what do you do? I guess like a night before, a day before, you to kind of prepare yourself for a shoot.
Mood boards. Well, you know, you have to start up with a mood board so you know exactly what you want, the look that you want. You need to plan out the makeup style that you're going for. You need to make sure that you know the poses that you're already going to want your model to do, and then also the location as well. Now, if we're talking about the night before, I just make sure I leave. I either charge everything and put it in the bag already, or it's on the charger, and I'll wake up early in the morning and then put it all in the bag.
Important.
Yeah, because I've definitely made that mistake.
There's nothing worse than getting on set and having a bad camera.
I've been in places like I got a quarter battery, so I got to make sure everything's good. Like these shots got to be important.
You know, that happened to me at a wedding once.
Oh man,
you've done a wedding?
Yes, I've done. How many have I done now?
You've done more than
8
one.
weddings.
You've done. Oh, I did one and I was done.
Definitely a people person.
So
I'm not actually.
I'm glad he made the distinction.
So how do you go about like doing a wedding? Because I did it one time to help somebody out, and I was like, nah, I can't do this no more.
Well, you did it just to help?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's different.
He's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
I was way nicer than I should have been.
My first wedding was a Jamaican wedding, so it was very intense. Because at first there was this is how I learned that you're gonna have like your biggest challenger out in the entire wedding is gonna be the bride.
Most definitely.
Right, yeah, and her mates, her bridesmaids as well. Like they're gonna be at you the whole time. You better make sure you're getting these good pictures. You need to take a picture. Why you just standing there? You ain't taking no picture? Take a picture. And if the bride is not having a good time,
Nobody.
Nobody is.
exactly. The wedding almost didn't happen actually because her mother had a wardrobe malfunction. And all I remember, because I was getting set up and all I can hear was her yelling, her screaming, no, no. And she's running. And she's like running towards the door. But there are people trying to, grab her. But she's,
Did you get any pictures of this?
no, it's not. Because she was dragging people when she was running. So she was.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
That would have been a very dramatic photo, though. You know what I'm saying? You could have put it up in.
I would have loved to have seen these photos.
You get the one like that. No.
Oh, I want to see this photo shoot now.
But I had like half a battery left, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta be here for like 4 hours. So when people were like, you need to take a picture, and I was like, yeah, I got it already. Don't worry, I got it.
That's the best answer.
The whole time.
I mean, she
Should've
would
used
drag
that.
like, y'all want me to get this?
I should
I
have used
have
that.
no problem getting it.
Yeah, I already got that. We're good. We're good.
I'm quick and efficient, baby. You may not see me, but trust me, the work is getting done.
Hey, I had to ask you this because I was recently at a wedding. Did you ever get the ones where like people wanted to take the pictures with their cell phone and not get you to take the pictures, or were like all in the shot with their cell phone?
No, actually, most of the weddings I've been to, the bride and groom already request that nobody have out their cell phones, which was already a plus.
I mean that one they actually requested that too, but
It never happens sometimes.
well, like during the ceremony it was cool,
Yeah.
but during the reception, I guess people got some libations and was just like,
And they forget those requests.
be like, there's rules.
So it's something about Hennessy that just makes you forget the rules.
Whoa.
How you know it was Hennessy served at that wedding?
Man, look.
What else would you serve?
You see
after the wedding?
my partner right here? Like, please excuse him.
Oh, I'm sorry. What, a wine spritzer? Like what?
You drink wine, okay?
Yeah, don't come to my wedding.
He said, "Don't come to his
Don't
wedding."
come to mine because I thought Hennessy was an appropriate.
So
drink
you're saying that you're gonna drink Hennessy when you get married?
I'm saying I'm gonna serve it. I'm gonna drink it.
No, he's gonna have a fountain. He's gonna have a Hennessy fountain.
And you really?
And I'm gonna take some photos.
But wait, you really want black
gonna be-
people to be on
Absolutely.
Hennessy at your wedding?
after the wedding. Said after.
That's what I'm saying. At the reception,
During
That means they're gonna
Absolutely.
be on good behavior.
Afterwards,
I'm gonna be all up in there.
I'm gonna be all up in there too. Keep drinking. Keep drinking. There's more.
I ain't gonna drink a liquor at all. I'm drinking water, and I'm watching
I'm-
everybody else.
Let me tell you the one thing that's not going to be at my reception: water. You can find some moon. The closest thing to water you will find is moonshine.
You gonna catch me outside? I'll be selling the water for like $5, $5 a bottle.
You're gonna be across the street.
Everybody gonna be dehydrated and fall out.
Look,
and
it's gonna be.
drunk. That's how I like it.
Look, it's gonna be the little ones too. Cause I'm gonna go to Walmart and get that big pack. $5.
Anyways,
You all look thirsty. There's some Hennessy. It's free. It's free. Don't drink it. But sorry, I kind of divulged a bit. Told a little bit more of my personal plans than I thought I was.
A bit.
But I want to go back to this wedding. So
who would have thought?
when like after the wedding, when they usually get the family together, and is that normally an issue for you to like get everyone to kind of work with that?
The first one, yes, because they kept adding people who weren't even supposed to be in it.
Yeah,
plus,
yeah, that's what I went through.
And the spot that they wanted to take the picture at was across the street, so it was only like a small smidget of sidewalk, and then there's water behind them. So I'm like, how's everybody going to fit in this photo without a car hitting them? So I'm like, okay. So I had to call up two of my homeboys and have them block off the road so I can get these pictures real quick. When I tell you that these people were upset because they were blowing their horns, at just maximum efficiency, and I'm just like, oh man. Like, so I had to be real quick with snapping those shots.
They can't go nowhere because of a wedding. Oh yeah, I'd have been
yeah.
punching that horn.
But you also have to start calling the shots though. I also learned that one at the first wedding. You have to call it because everybody else is going to try to take charge, and nobody's really in charge. So you're gonna have to get your big boy voice out, and you say, "Hey, I need everybody standing right here. The men on the left, women on the right. You need the bride and the groom right here, and that's that." And then they'll be like, "Oh, well, what about my cousin?" I was like, "No, just wait. We'll get this picture first, and then we'll get your cousin in."
See, that's what I was talking to a guy who does weddings too, and he was like, "Look, I have like a whole line structure, and it's like first the bride and groom, then it's like they have them there, and they stay at the middle, then they add the family, then they add if they got kids, then they add the kids, and they start adding people until then it's like one big thing." Because he's like, "I'm trying to get the hell out of here. I'm not going to look for your mama." I tell everybody to stay right there. Click. You take like 3 photos. Bring the next 2 up. Bring the next 2 up. Bring the next 2 up. And if it's not enough room for your cousins, they're not in the photo. When it comes to those things, cousins ain't really that important anymore.
I mean, it depends on who the cousin is.
Not if I gotta go.
If it's a close cousin, they gonna want them in the video. I mean, the photo.
That's what your phone is for. So,
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That's what I don't mind staying later because I can just charge more. You want to keep me past time? Hey, look, that's cool.
that's double. But, hey, remember, I said 5:30. I can stay at 6:30. But I'm gonna charge it. It's not for free.
Right.
That's anime I could be watching right now.
Yeah.
Just saying. There are other things I can do. So
You ain't lying.
They were trying to get me on some rum, and I was like, "No, I don't drink on the job." Like, they're like, "No, come on, drink," and I was like, "No. I had to wait for my ride because I didn't have a car at the time, but I was not about to start drinking at the wedding."
now,
You drink afterwards.
after you leave, they don't need to know that version of you. Now, if you're at my wedding, you will probably be drinking Hennessy. Just to forewarn you.
You know what? I hope you get married soon because I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh, you'll see it.
You'll
You'll be drunk there too.
The-
No, I won't be drunk.
The Hennessy fountain. The Hennessy fountain.
You want this Hennessy fountain so bad.
No, he wants the Hennessy fountain.
I didn't know there was a Hennessy fountain.
He
but now
mentioned
that
no
I know-
Hennessy fountain. You the one who said that.
Look. I'm just saying.
So
that's what I heard.
So
I
that's
heard-
what you want at your wedding, a Hennessy fountain?
No. I want that at Kevin's wedding so bad.
Here's why I would be a little nervous about that. Somebody may get drunk and naked and try to like swim in the fountain. And I will find it interesting.
How big is the fountain?
What you
In my
mean?
mind, this is a rather big fountain of Hennessy.
Oh, so shit, this guy right here, man.
First of all, do you know how much Hennessy costs? Second of all, a fountain. Third of all, Kevin, you gonna have that much money that you gonna spend Hennessy like
I
that?
hope so. Now, I mean, again, I was just thinking, nice little bottles of Hennessy for everybody. But a Hennessy fountain sounds wonderful.
Little
Yeah.
bottles of Hennessy for everybody, huh?
Just a little bit.
Absolutely.
That ain't gonna do it.
This guy right here.
You want to get people drunk? One little pint of Hennessy thing
they're
ain't
gonna
gonna
get
do
more than
nothing.
one pint. I figured like maybe 3 or 4 would do the job.
No. I mean, I'm expecting you. I thought you were talking about like the big bottles of Hennessy or something like that.
Look, my rap album didn't do so well. So
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Ice sculpture of a bottle of Hennessy. And
That's what. Yeah.
oh, I hope I make that kind of money one day. Because that ice sculpture will be of me.
And where would this Hennessy be coming out of?
No comment.
I have to apologize for my co-host because that's completely uncalled for.
I don't know why she asked the question. You asked the wrong one. Question.
You know, I thought you were gonna say
knew
something
better.
else.
You knew better.
I thought you were gonna say something else. But your mind went
I
there.
don't know why you even asked me.
Your mind went there. My mind didn't go there.
I don't know why I didn't.
Look, y'all are tripping. We have an interview to be professional on.
All right, Cape Man.
Well, I get my water. Now, are you looking to do, far as like maybe short films, or since you're in doing cinematography now, are you looking to do any sort of filming at all?
Yes, actually. I actually was a part of a short film that was in Houston when I lived there. It's called Promise. I almost forgot the name of it. So, backstory: my roommate, he's the one who wrote the script for it. It's about a young brother who's down on his luck. He's taking care of his little brother, but there's not much being said in it. So you can tell that he's working a job he doesn't like. He's doing all these things that he doesn't like just to make sure that his little brother can, be free, live, eat, do all these great things. And I'll send you the link, by the way, so you can watch it.
You promise?
We started filming that.
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't.
I got you. It was a play on words. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Will y'all behave? Will y'all behave?
I'm
Both
sorry,
of y'all.
I'm sorry.
Especially Kevin.
Look, I'm done being silly.
Okay.
At least I'll try to be. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Oh yeah, no problem. So the funny thing about that whole film, we shot it in one day actually. Oh yeah, we had to be up at. I was up by 2 a.m. The first scene was actually in the apartment that me and my roommate had, so we had to clear everything out of the living room just to get the soft box to fit in there and the boom mics and everything. So that's when I also had to learn about sound. So I had to take on some responsibilities of things that I didn't know and had to learn real quick. We also shot a scene at a gym that same day. We had to be on like a good timeline. And one of the final scene we shot at a Home Depot. Because that's where the character works, is at a Home Depot. So I also had to act like a boss, and then we got the fake apron so we can just film it inside the garden center. So it was amazing because we shot it in one day. I had to leave to Canada the next day, and my other friends had to leave like to New York and Detroit. So we had to make sure that we got it done on that one day.
Where on earth have you not been?
The continent. I haven't been to the continent yet.
That's the next stop, right?
Oh yeah.
Man,
I think it's South Africa. Most likely Ghana for December. But tickets are cheap. Tickets were cheap last year. That's why I went to London so much.
That's interesting because the tickets are cheap now. But what I've also learned that whenever you do go to another country, it's cheap there to like stay there, right?
Not in London.
Not in London.
No, London's not the case here.
It's like one of the more expensive cities in the world, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like top 5.
But the pound is, our U.S. dollar is nothing compared to the pound. So, like, if I had $10, if I'm trying to exchange $10, I'm only going to get back maybe about $3.
Wow.
Oh.
So where's the cheapest place that you've been to as far as another country?
Interesting way of wording that.
We ain't about to go no cheap places. My man traveling internationally.
Where did you go that you was able where your pockets was more friendly? What place was more?
I've already said it. I've already said it. I've already said it.
The word is inexpensive.
Y'all can say it any way that you want to say it.
Inexpensive.
I've already said it.
How much for that right there? How much for that right there?
Okay, what place is not going to hurt your pockets the most? Okay,
thank you.
Well, a place that I'm actually about to get ready to go to. I'm planning a trip, Costa Rica. Costa Rica and Jamaica. So currency change for like U.S. money is real big there. So I think it's like Costa Rica. You can take $100. I think you get back about. Is it like 600, 800?
Say what?
No,
Yeah,
you make notes. Notes. You said Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Okay. Costa
Yeah, but don't be going down there trying to ball out of control.
Ain't nobody finna ball out of control. I'm just saying.
Because was it
I'm saying a Hennessy found in Costa Rica that sounds very attainable right now.
There was a cat that went down to Medellin and didn't come back.
I'm not trying to do all that.
We're not trying to be Pablo
We're not
Escobar.
trying to do all that.
We're just trying to get a Hennessy fountain. That's it.
No, he's trying to get that. I'm just saying I'm not finna go there and do all that.
That's balling out of control.
Okay.
Like that's crazy for us over here. I'm pretty sure that they ain't got Hennessy on tap over there. I'm just letting you know they got to import Hennessy.
Whatever Costa Rica's version of Hennessy is, I'll be diving in.
You
it.
probably gonna die from that if you overdose on that.
I'm gonna swim.
Okay.
I'm gonna swim in Costa Rican Henny. I like the sound of that.
Y'all do realize you still got to import that, right?
I'm gonna swim in Costa Rica. I ain't swimming up here.
Literally,
I'm coming back here like it never happened.
You said in Henny. In Henny.
He said in Costa Rica Henny.
I'm gonna be
Meaning
single in Costa
whatever-
Rica. I'm gonna be single in Costa Rica.
Whatever they drink close to Hennessy over there, that's what he gonna be swimming in. That's what he said.
So now you're currently in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Because there's, it's a lot of people there. I was trying to think of a very mature way of saying it, but I don't have it.
So many people.
A lot of people that do photography, film, and all that. So how do you kind of make yourself stand out?
I think more so it's just people who come to me, they love my style of photography, and not to say that other photographers are not capable of it. It's just I think it's more so the feel that people get from looking at my work versus other people's work. But since I've been here, I've been getting more out of town clients, more so than in town clients.
How long have you been in Atlanta?
A little over a year now. So I
And-
just picked up and moved.
And they're like, yeah, we need you to come to London.
I'll tell you the truth. What happened with the London trip and how I was able to actually land that. I was on Clubhouse.
Oh wow!
And,
Oh.
yeah, I was.
We
on
dabble
Clubhouse.
on there quite often.
It goes down on the house.
Oh yeah, it was at the time because that was when it first came out.
Yeah.
I met a sister from London on there, and we became interested in each other. And she was like, she's a creative director, and she was like, it'd be really awesome if you came out and I'd get you this work. So she actually got me in contact with some people there, and they were like, okay, we want you to do this shoot, that shoot, these 4 or 5 shoots for our branding, and if you can get out here, that's great. So I was like, this is where I gambled because I should have charged them for my ticket, but when I saw that the ticket was like $400, I was like, oh, this is nothing. So then once I got out there, I was out there for 2 weeks. At the time, the Airbnbs were cheap because of COVID restrictions and everything. So people were feeling like they were going to lose out on money. So I think I only spent $300. Just 300. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
For 2 weeks?
Whoa. So 400 round trip.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then you said 300 for your Airbnb
Mm-hmm.
For 2 weeks.
for 2 weeks.
It was cheap.
Interesting.
We going to London.
Interesting.
Now we're not.
We going to London.
But it's still COVID though.
I need this Omnicron to boost up.
What you talking about? They just rolled back the joints back last week. They said, yo, no masks. Like roll back most of the restrictions.
Nah, I need them.
Well, because they prime minister under fire right now, so he's just trying to make himself look good, I think.
Hey, look, shout out to Boris.
Does his being under fire affect those tickets at all? Because
Like I said,
I still think that the
Boris.
tickets are going to be cheap because they still. I mean, some people just don't want to travel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they got to lure people back into travel mode. So we going to London.
but he did a round trip in multiple weeks in London for under $1,000.
I mean, sure.
That is the only time that's going to happen in any of our life.
What you mean?
That's a once in a lifetime trip.
We talking
It can still happen.
This probably the Groupon.
It can still happen.
A Groupon?
I don't know. I feel like that's a special Groupon, man. Like you gotta know some people to get those Groupons.
Hey, we gonna holler at Tiffany Haddish. She doing commercials now, right?
I don't even know if
Okay.
Tiffany getting those Groupons.
I don't think she getting that.
Hey, look, we're going to London.
Hey, you put it out there.
Tickets are still cheap right now. They like $600.
That's still
Man,
cheap.
I like your 400
Anything
story.
not over $1,000 is still cheap.
I like 400 way better than 600.
Yeah, it used to be automatic, 1,000 one way, go across the pond.
Yeah.
It used to be.
And that was just one way across the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been another
Is it,
chance to get back.
The process, though, you do have to get the PCR test, though. That's not fun for me.
What was the PCR test?
When you get the COVID test, but you have to have it. Yeah, they just call it a PCR test. So,
It's
when I did that
the
first
nostril
one-
The
swab.
nose thing.
I've gotten so used to that now because every little side gig I work, you stick this up your nose. Like, let's get it over with.
I don't like it at all. Never.
So out of everything that you've done, that you're doing, what first of all, what photo shoot has been your favorite? Second of all, what videography work or cinematography work has been your favorite?
As of right now, my favorite shoot thus far would be the shoot, the shoot in London that I did for Pump Magazine.
Okay. And for
that-
anybody who wants to check that out, plug that.
Yes, thank you. That shoot was amazing because it was a lot of there was a lot of black people on set. The studio was was owned by a brother as well from Jamaica. There were a lot of sisters who were there. The creative director, Wendy, it was amazing because we were all having a very how do I put it, like synergy. It was just we were feeding off of each other's energy, and we were able to get the job done without any complaints, and everybody was extremely happy. We were having fun. That's the most like electrifying shoot that I've ever been a part of.
That's what's up.
Thank you. Video wise, that would be the music video shoot that we did in Marfa. And if you never heard of Marfa, Texas, it's a really old.
Yeah, I know.
Old,
They,
small town.
they got them little houses out that way. They got what's the Prada joint, right? Or Gucci on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
actually where we shot in front of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know.
Marfa, that was a great experience because I was with my friends at the time, like the crew that we were, and again we went and scout. We were there for like 3 days. First day we got there, drove all the way from Houston, got there, went to go scout in Marfa at the locations that we were going to be shooting at. After that, we had got food, went back to the house, ate a bit, woke up first thing in the morning, got like straight to the shoot, and it was pretty amazing. Of course, we also had like a lot of tourists in the area as well, and we had to clear them out. But I even had to act as a dead body in the car. So it was a lot.
You've lived an interesting life.
And it ain't over yet.
My God.
Ain't over yet.
Now, have you been to New York?
No, not yet. I actually plan to go. I was gonna go for New Year's, but it's too cold. So
Oh,
I don't like the cold.
I don't blame
Um,
you.
we don't either.
Yeah.
Now, but you say as far as like just aesthetically pleasing for a shooting, London's probably been the best place you've been, right?
As of now, I'm pretty certain that there's so much more I have yet to see.
I'm pretty sure you're going to see it. Because usually when I hear like people who do photography that travels, they tend to. I hear New York a lot. I hear Miami. I never hear London as much.
You're, I'll say it's aesthetically pleasing, but I'll tell you this is that if you stay in London long enough, you'll realize why a lot of people want to leave because of the weather. And it's always pretty much gloomy there. It always looks like it's the end of the world. You know what I mean? You rarely catch times where the sun is out.
Wow. Wow.
Well, okay.
Yeah, people who live in London don't even like it there, and especially the way that the structures are built when it comes to problems with leaking when it rains. They're not prepared for that kind of weather. There was actually a flood right before I had left. And I was so glad I was on my plane because the place that I was sleeping at actually flooded.
Wow.
You just on that plane like, woohoo! That's y'all issue now. But before we wrap everything up, I just want you to say, why do you love what you do?
I love what I do more so. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the creative process of it, but I also always love to help out any other brother or sister who's getting into the industry as well. And either I go under their wing or I take them under my wing. But I always love the fact that when we work, we learn something from each other, and we get these new creative ideas from each other. And like, okay, so I'm from Florida. In Tampa, like when I was starting out in photography, like there was a lot of people who were very just like, what you want to know all that for? Like, why you want to know how to edit? Why you want to know how to do all this? And I'm like, I want to be a better photographer. What's wrong with that? So, or can I shadow you at the shoot? No, I don't want nobody shadowing me. I don't need you trying to take my money. I'm like, it's a city, bro. Like,
Right.
there's people here. You can't capital. There's no way you can get everybody to come shoot with you. Just spread the wealth. But
That's that limiting belief. That's that limiting belief.
Right.
Not realizing that even if you had 100% all the capital out there, you couldn't get to it all, like you said.
Exactly. People don't understand. I've always said there's enough room at the table for everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? And if I can't do it, I'm going to definitely send it to somebody else that I know who can do it.
That's my biggest thing, the referrals. Because I'm like, what if I don't even want to do it, or if it's not really my style anymore? What if I moved on past that? You know,
Right.
am I just going to keep on doing the same thing just because? I got to push the limits. Like Rick Ross. No.
On that note, so Travis, thank you for taking time out to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you.
You will be the photographer that I go to anytime I'm in Atlanta.
And we're not that far away from it. So
I know
that phone call could be rather soon. But once again, everyone, I am Kevin Mumphrey with my colleague Victoria V.A. Jones,
What's going on?
Carson Hyde Ferguson,
Ciao.
and that is a wrap.